Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ask the Nanny. I have all of these beautiful ladies here with me. Today, we are doing the road to INNTD. And if you don't know what INNTD is, International Nanny Training Day. Um, my first International Nanny Training Day was in Dallas. Therefore, I'm wearing my Dallas Nanny's t-shirt. And honestly, that is how Ask the Nanny came about because I met Chevelle Fredericks and she introduced me to Stephanie. Stephanie said, "You need to be online." I said, "No, no, 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 no." And she said, "Yes, yes, 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 yes." And here I am. 2.5 years later, Ask the Nanny is still on the air. So we, and I owe it all to INNTD. Thank you, Sue and Laura, for coming up with INNTD. It has changed my life personally. And I know that if you all attend and somebody puts a fire under you, it can change you too. Now, we're going to start with Miss Pamela. Woohoo! Tell us where your INNTD is going to be held and a little bit about, give us a sneak peek. You don't have to give us all of it. Just give us a sneak peek. We want to save some surprise for that day.
Right? There will be lots of surprises. So this is our third year that we're hosting in Dayton, Ohio. And each year it's getting a little bit bigger and a little bit better. So this will be the best year yet. Yay. So we're really excited for this year. We have an awesome lineup for our speakers. So a local business here called ABC Pediatric Therapy is coming to kick off the day with their first workshop, which is going to be about food aversions and behavioral problems, because we all know we all have picky eater kids and we all have kids that have issues, whether it's behavioral, it's sensory processing, whatnot. They're going to come and give us about an hour and a half run through of common childhood issues and how to approach them, how to deal with them, and when you might need some extra help. So we're really, really excited about that. And we also have a really awesome family therapist coming to talk to us about childhood anxiety, which I'm really excited about that. I think there's so many kids in this day and age that suffer from anxiety at a really young age. So she's going to come and talk to us about what is childhood anxiety, how it manifests, and like how we as nannies can recognize it and help deal with it. And she's also going to give us some tips on how to deal with our own anxiety, because, you know, it's life. So we're really, really excited about those two sessions. We have a couple other ones too.
Yes, we are super excited, especially with the way that this winter has gone. I don't know about you guys, but I know for us, my nanny kid has been sick more times than I can even imagine. So we have Dr. Ariana Herbert coming in and her nurse practitioner, Mary Lou O'Brien, to talk about some common childhood illnesses that we're facing, especially battling up against the flu, and basically when to go to the doctor. Because I know a lot of the times we always have questions, you know, our kids have had these kinds of symptoms. Do we need to go to the doctor, or is this just kind of something we need to let run its course? So they'll kind of talk about, you know, when to come into us, when is it necessary to be seen? So we're really excited about that. And then we also have Ashley Marolo, who is a registered dietitian nutritionist. So she is going to come in, talk to us kind of about nutrition for kids, some for ourselves too, but, you know, just navigating, you know, when you have those picky eaters, what are the different foods that you can throw in there to kind of encourage your kids to try different things and to keep making sure they're getting healthy foods in. So we're super, super excited about our lineup this year.
Okay, so can you introduce yourself, because we didn't catch your name?
This is Ashley Herbert.
Hi.
She's my VP. I know, that's my bad. I apologize. She is my right-hand man. And she's helping me not only with the group, but obviously with INNTD. So we're really, really stoked we have an awesome lineup this year. It's going to be better than ever. Plus we made sure to build in a lot of time for some networking and some games and like some fun, because, you know, look, we're all coming to learn, but also we don't have coworkers on the day-to-day basis. So it's kind of fun to, when we all get together, have some time to socialize, right?
Yes, because we can't make time during the week. and your schedule. Well, my kid goes down for nap, and you all want to go at 10 o'clock, and I can't meet you. And well, he napped longer than I thought he was. So guess what? We're not gonna be able to come today.
Or we got to work and somebody doesn't feel good. So it looks like our whole play date's ruined.
Right. So we made sure to like make time throughout all the sessions at the end or the beginning of sessions for like some fun. Because we want to just have some fun with these things. So
Girls just want to have fun.
I know, right? So we are really, really stoked for this year. So we're doing something a little different this year for the next week. We're doing a t-shirt sale, which we'll drop a link on our page and in the comments as well. If you purchase a t-shirt this week, you automatically get into INNTD. So you won't have to purchase a separate ticket. The t-shirt will include the shirt, INNTD, lunch, raffle tickets. It's like a package deal for early bird tickets.
Wow, I like that idea.
I know. And we're also, if you purchase tonight, the first person that purchases the t-shirt tonight is going to get a Target gift card from us. So bye, bye, bye.
Okay, you cannot beat the Target dollar bin. I can't walk, I promise you, I can't walk by. I'm like, okay, I'm walking by. What's over there?
Yeah.
And you have to creep over there because you think you're going to miss something.
Yeah.
And all you do is end up spending money. You're like, why did I buy this?
And I'm like, how did that happen? It was a dollar bin. But that's what happens, Pam.
and you spend more money in the dollar bin than you would have if you had just walked into the store and got what you needed and came on out.
On when I walk into Target, right? But we're gonna make that easy for somebody that purchases the t-shirt tonight. We will
They're
send
gonna
you a
gift
free
card
one.
and you can buy whatever you want.
Yes.
Hey, you can hit up the dollar bin.
Right? So we're really
All right.
excited, and I hope that somebody buys a ticket tonight and we can send that Target gift card your way.
Absolutely.
All righty then. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So,
Thank you.
Dayton Nannies,
Yes,
Nanny.
Dayton Nannies.
get there.
Woo. We'll
Get
drop
there.
a link in the comments. Thank you,
Thank
Angela.
you.
And Pamela, Ask the Nanny will be coming to Cincinnati soon.
So excited,
This
girl. You
summer.
guys are
Yes.
with you with her whole little apron setup. She said,
Yes, I have to come cook with my baby girl.
Yes,
Yes.
you do. I love
Yes.
it. I love it. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye-bye.
Miss Victoria.
Let me unmute myself. Hi, how are you?
Good, good, good. How are you? Tell us all about Austin.
Yay!
I just
So
moved around rocks, so
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be in
Yeah.
Minnesota, but I still want to.
it's your hometown now. So yeah.
Yes.
So I'm Victoria. I am one of the co-owners and founders of Windsor House Nannies. And so this is Windsor House Nannies' 4th year of hosting an INTD. So we're super excited. Again, like Pamela was saying, you learn every year. So we're really excited and hopeful that this will be our biggest and best year yet. Last year we had close to 60 attendees, so we're hopeful that we can have close to that this year. We've booked a really nice venue in Oak Hill, which is kind of southwest Austin area, in a hotel. So it's a really nice venue, nice big spaces. We learned from prior years that we need room to spread out, take notes, have our coffees or teas or waters. So it's a lovely venue, really nice space. We're gonna have 6 trainers come in to offer lots of different sorts of topics that are applicable for infants, hopefully up through teen years, as well as some tips and tricks about your career growth, support, all that kind of good stuff. So we'll share with you the 4 that we have fully confirmed right now. So the first speaker is going to be Carolyn Livingston, who is from homepaycare.com, and they're coming in to talk all about nanny taxes, how we can benefit from insurance, how you can encourage families to purchase medical insurance, workers' comp insurance on you, and then the whole debate of NCSs being independent contractors versus W-2. So they're going to offer all the information and legalities that you would need to know to make sure that you're covered in that aspect. So we're really excited about that. Our second speaker is Rhonda Chopra, who is the captain of the EMS department here in Travis County.
He was on U.S. Nanny Association. Yeah, he did our car seat thing. Yes, I was like, I recognize that name.
Yeah, so he's awesome. He's come out in the past and he has done child safety. They did a few years back, they did a car seat safety. And so that's the one that we're redoing this year because it was a few years ago since we've done that. And we all know what a minefield car safety is. Car seat safety.
We need that every year.
Yes, and there's so many changing rules and protocols, and it's just such a huge responsibility as nannies driving the children that we want to make sure that our nannies and everyone that attends is fully equipped and has lots of great information. So he is coming to talk to us about car seat safety, installation, types of seats, all of that good stuff. And then our third speaker, her name is Catherine. She is coming from the preschool Wonderwell, which is kind of Reggio Emilia based. And she's going to be talking all about curriculums, creating lesson plans, the benefit as a nanny that you can get from creating like a lesson plan and the curriculum with your charges, no matter what age they are, and how you can focus that on whatever their current interests are and find those like great learning opportunities. So she is our third speaker, and then our fourth speaker that we currently have confirmed is Melanie Wattles of Baby Strokes, and she owns the company Baby Strokes, which is all about infant massage. So she's going to teach us all how to snuggle and massage babies, put them to sleep. She'll talk a little bit about safe use of like essential oils when you're using carrier oils, give you some tips and tricks on strokes that you can do to alleviate gas, to help with like constipation, all of those good things that we deal with when we're looking after the little bitties that can't tell us what's wrong. So she's gonna go through all of that, and so we're really excited about our speakers. We've got a great team of nannies that are helping us voluntarily organize this year. So they are helping us out with getting together people that want to donate to the swag bags, to the raffles, that want to be sponsors. So we're really excited about all the people that we have slowly coming in with interest for raffles and swag and sponsors. So yeah, so it's gonna be a fun day. At the end of it, we hope to do a little happy hour for some social networking. So the nannies can have a little time to chill out and get to know each other a bit better in a non-training capacity. So we're super excited. Our link is up on our Facebook page, as well as Angela shared it as well on Ask the Nanny. So tickets, we have lots left, so there's still spaces, but what we usually find is within the last month they start selling out pretty quick. People start to get eager in that last month. So
we're still trying to get over Valentine's Day, right? So we got to get our money together.
Get our money together. After all the chocolates and the cakes.
Yes, we're getting over Valentine's Day, all those big gifts that we had to buy for our loved ones. Yeah, so yeah, it's one thing I know about the nanny community, we're going. We just need to, we got several other things that we need to pay for before we purchase that ticket.
It's true. No, it's true. And it's definitely always like a last minute. The first year we did it, we thought we were going to cap it at 30. And then the night before the final night, we sold an additional 10 tickets. And we were like, oh, we'll just squeeze people in. So the first year we did it, it was like little sardines in a can. So we learned from that to get a bigger venue and expect more than you're hoping for, so that there's room for everyone that wants to be part of it.
Yay. Thank you so much for sharing. And Ask the Nanny is doing a retreat in Austin.
Yay!
In May. Yes. So once you all get done with INNTD, I'll be there.
Yay! Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Miss Lisa. Okay, the screen just switched over. How are you, Lisa?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Good, good, good.
Good. Good. Thank you for having Southern.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Thank you for having Southern California on
You're
today.
welcome, welcome. So tell us about your INNTD.
Well, first, let me explain the side pony. Our theme this year is the 1980s. So I got festive with the side pony. We're hoping everybody comes in costume. We're going to have a costume contest. Some of the speakers are coming in costume, just really kind of add a fun element throughout the whole day. So we're really excited. We are a little different. We have all of Southern California, so that Los Angeles nannies, Orange County nannies, and San Diego nannies are all coming together. So we're going to be in Orange County this year in Cypress at the Cypress Recreation Center, which is a gorgeous location. We're really excited this year to have dual language breakout sessions, so that we're doing an English language session. Danielle is going to speak about respectful care. And then we're going to have a Spanish language session at the same time. Our speaker, Nam Guerrero, is going to speak about recognizing possible needs for early intervention from 0 to 3 years. Then Tanya Stakowicz is going to be our keynote speaker. And she's going to be speaking to us about green is the new black, which I think I know, right? She's amazing. And we're fortunate she's really close. And then we're going to have another breakout session with Rachel Lawrence from Homework Solutions talking to us about taxes.
I love her too.
She's great. Just wait till the next
I
one.
Know
and
all
then
these people.
Tony Ozoko,
mm-hmm.
who's going to be speaking at USNA, is going to do a live for you guys. He is going to be speaking about positive discipline for our Spanish language breakout session there. Yeah, I'm really excited. I think it's going to be great. We have some vendors. We're going to have Stephanie of Nanny Tees is going to be there. We have a wonderful nanny in the town named Melissa who hand knits things from Tomboy Nanny. Tanya will have a table. We're excited. We're going to have networking breaks and lunches. Well, just one lunch. But lunches? Yeah, it's going to be. Okay. I mean, I might have a second lunch.
Okay.
Yeah, we're having a lot of success so far. We have to cap our tickets at a certain level, and we're almost there. So as of this afternoon, there were less than 20 tickets left. So I'm hoping people will jump on if they want to come, because like you said, a lot of us tend to kind of procrastinate with getting our stuff together. But we've had a really great response this year. We've got a great team. There's 9 of us working together on the committee, and it's all going really smoothly. We're having a great response. I'm really excited for it.
Great. Now you're all in San Francisco?
No, Los Angeles, Orange County, okay. And San Diego. So it's Southern California.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm so glad that you all have so many people that I know. Everybody has people that I know. I'm like, okay, if I wasn't going where I'm going, I'll go there. I'll go here. Yes. I'm loving it.
It's the beautiful thing about this community that we're all part of. I mean, it's a really big community, but it's really small at the core of it. And everybody is so supportive of each other. I would go to any other INNTD, and maybe I'll do that some year. But everybody just comes together so much for the sense of unity and community and education. I love this event.
I love it. Okay. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, there's less than 20 left. And you need to hurry up. No, that's all I'm going to say is hurry up, or you're going to miss out. Because the venue, when they say this is the max, sorry. But there is going to be one online if you miss out. But it's so much better in person. Promise you. Instead of you sitting there with your in front of your computer. And there's nothing wrong with sitting in front of your computer, but the sisterhood, the camaraderie, the laughter, the joy, my first year, I didn't know anybody. So I'm sitting there like at the table looking around like, okay. And everybody just came in, hey, I'm so-and-so. And they made me feel right at home. and I didn't miss a beat. I was like, okay. I had no clue that nanny groups existed until I went to INNTD.
Yeah,
I had been in the dark for 17 years. I've been a nanny for 17 years and had no clue. And when I found out, I'm in like 300 groups now.
I mean, the door's open. It's a floodgate of support.
Like, because it was like you join one and they said, well, Facebook brings it up. Well, you might want to join this one. You might want to join that. I was like, oh, my friends are in that one. My friends are in that one. My friends are in that one. So I just started joining. And now I'm like, okay, how do I keep up with 300 groups?
I mean, you keep up with 300 groups and also do Ask the Nanny.
It's overload, overkill, overload, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, you work tirelessly. But yeah, the community, I mean, the sense of community is really what this is all about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much so. Thank you, Lisa, for sharing.
You're welcome.
With us. All right, Miss Jasmine, you're next.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. Well, welcome from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. I am the founder of Nanny Posse, which is a new agency out here in North Carolina. And one of the main reasons I started was because I wanted to help facilitate more education events for nannies. And this need and this drive to have events like this started at my first INNTD when I attended. So it really does create that spark in you to do something more and be something bigger.
Yes.
So thanks to INNTD, I got the push I needed to start my agency. I was able to have this inspiration for all of these community and education events. And so now this year we're bringing our very first, this is the first time I'll be hosting INNTD as the agency. Yeah, I'm so excited. We have some great speakers. One of our first speakers to sign on was a sleep specialist sleep consultant here in Chapel Hill with Little Dipper Wellness. And she's going to talk to us about the importance of sleep, how that affects our charges, how sleep really affects personalities and how environments play a factor, how we can help to do things beyond just set a schedule to create good sleep habits. I'm excited about that because we all struggle with sleep. It's one of the nanny's top struggles.
I'm a little sleep deprived right now. Yes. I work overnight and I had 1.5 hour nap today. So yeah,
right.
I understand.
Maybe next year we'll get her to talk about how to help us sleep because
yes,
we need that too. I struggle with that. But no, this year she's going to help us with the kids. We have our state organizer for the National Domestic Workers Association Alliance coming to speak to us about all of the different intricacies and laws that go into being a domestic worker in the home and how to navigate your contract, what to expect, and what is legal and what is right. So we're super excited about that as well because there is not as much information widely available in this area. So we want our nannies to know and to be educated and informed on their legal rights. We also have the founder and head podcaster of NannyCast. Some of you all might know NannyCast. And Nanny Jen is speaking to us about consent and how do we teach consent to children at a young age and why it's important. So we're excited about that one as well. And then we also have an occupational therapist speaking to us about play and how we can use play as therapy and the importance of play beyond just fun. Super excited about that. But throughout the day, there will be 3 breakout sessions with 2 choices. 2 of them will be childcare focused, 1 will be professional development, and then we'll have 1 group session that is geared towards self-care for the nanny. Because most importantly, I want our nannies to be able to learn to take care of themselves so that we can better take care of others. This is super important to me to maintain nannies in this community and keep us from burning out and keep us with the ability to provide for those that we are trying to provide for. We can't do that unless we take care of ourselves. So I'm most excited about that. And then with the whole idea of self-care and taking care of yourself, we're going to end the day with a little bit of fun and networking with the whole idea of just self-care and learning new methods to implement in our day-to-day routines.
Yay.
So yeah.
Now tell me, how far is Webb Chapel from Charlotte?
No, we're in Chapel Hill.
Chapel, why did I say Webb Chapel? I know why I said Webb Chapel, because I'm working right off of Webb Chapel for the next 6 weeks. Okay, I'm sorry. Chapel Hill.
Chapel Hill is about 3 hours from Charlotte. So
Okay.
we have our event here in Chapel Hill, and the entire triangle. So there is one other event in Raleigh that we'll be having theirs, but we encourage anyone from Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, anyone around who fits. We say it's about the community and it's about the information. So whatever information best fits your needs to grow as a nanny, we encourage you to come. We encourage really anyone in our community to come, because we want everyone to be informed. And we are super excited too, because the North Carolina Professional Association of Nannies has created a scholarship fund for nannies to attend. So people in our community who do not need to attend or do not want to attend can donate to the scholarship fund, which is on our page, on our website page. There's a little button. It's a tax-deductible donation, and all it takes is $50, and you have sent a nanny to INTD Chapel Hill.
Yay. Well, I was asking because Ask the Nanny is coming to Charlotte, North Carolina.
See that. And
yes. So, yeah.
We need to make our way to you. So we've got it in the books. Yes. The nanny community in North Carolina is large but small all at the same time, and we love to support everyone.
Yes, that's what I'm about. I don't care how small you are. You're a nanny, you're part of a sisterhood. Mm-hmm. You're part of us, and we need to support one another instead of tearing each other down. Yes. And that is basically one of the reasons why I started Ask the Nanny, was to encourage, to elevate, to empower, and to educate.
Yes.
And what INNTD did for me, I cannot, in good conscience, not give back and not do something. And because this is the third year I've done this, and I look forward to it every year, because there's always somebody new, and there's always somebody that's starting up. And just so you all know, on March the 16th, we're going to have another Road to INNTD, but it's going to be the international version. Super. So we're gonna have someone from England, from Perth, from Amsterdam, and from Canada.
Right. As a former international nanny, I love seeing this go global. This has made me so excited. And
yes, I'm so excited. I couldn't believe I pulled it off. I was like, yes. Okay. I couldn't believe I pulled it off. Okay. Well, thank you, Jasmine, for sharing with us in Chapel Hill. I got it right this time. If you're around the Chapel Hill area, please, please, please attend the INNTD. If you can't attend, please donate so someone else can.
Yes. That's all we ask. We just want to make this available to everyone. So help us help the nanny community.
Yay. Okay. Right. Thank you. Oh, I see Sue is watching. Hi, Sue. How are you? Sue, the founder. Hi, Sue. Okay. So, Miss Sarah.
Hi there. Hi. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. So
you're welcome.
I am in Syracuse, New York, and this is the very first year that INNTD will be in the central New York area.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's exciting. I have, of course, known about INNTD for several years, but in the past, most of the events have been in New York City and the Westchester area. Well, that's about 6 hours away from me. And it's just too much to drive. I can't do it. Last year, there was an event in Saratoga Springs, and I was the keynote speaker at that. And that was run by Jess Sweet. She is fantastic. Jess. I do too. She's absolutely wonderful. But she said last year that, you know, she wanted to try to move on to other things, and she didn't think that she'd be able to do an event this year. So I said, well, I'm going to do it instead then. So I am also starting Nannies of Central and Western New York. And the goal is to serve nannies from Central New York and Western New York. So that includes Buffalo, Rochester, even the Albany area, Saratoga Springs, Ithaca, Cortland, Syracuse, of course. So just this entire area. We're kind of in the tundra of New York, you could say. It's very cold. We get a lot of snow. There's not a lot up here in terms of career opportunities for a lot of people. So nannies are kind of few and far between. And I want to bring the nanny community together in this area.
Good for you.
It's a little bit lonely up here sometimes. So my event has 5 speakers. So I'll talk about the 3 that I'm most excited about. Our first speaker is actually a former employer of mine, and she is going to be talking to us about resume writing and interview skills. One of the things that I see all the time in different nanny groups is, can someone help me write a resume? How far back do I go? I just had an interview and I don't really know how I did. I don't know the outcome of it. Or, you know, they didn't, should I send a thank you note? Is it unprofessional to not send a thank you note? What do I do? So, and I see that constantly. I also know that nannies are sometimes a little bit hesitant to talk about their skills and their knowledge. So my former employer, Angela, is going to help us overcome that. She's going to help us gain that confidence. She's going to help us learn how to write resumes so that they really stand out to prospective employers.
Great.
Yeah, I think that one's going to be fantastic. Another speaker that we have is my sister-in-law, Sandy Pry. She has been a teacher for 29 years in the Rochester area. And one of her main focuses is science. My brother is a middle school science teacher. So through him, she's gotten really involved in science and children. So she is going to be leading a session called Creating Meaningful Science Experiences. Yeah, science can be a little bit scary.
It can be, and I say I love science because I'm always putting stuff together in my kitchen and hoping it doesn't blow up. So, you know, cooking is an experiment. It's science. And my son teaches science. He teaches 5th grade science.
Yeah.
So yes, science is important.
It is very important. And, you know, when we're talking about toddlers and preschoolers, you're kind of like, well, okay, but how do I teach kids about science? I know baking soda and vinegar, that's really cool, but what else can I do? So Sandy's going to talk to us about different ways we can bring science into our daily activities, how to teach the kids science. She is also going to talk to us about the New York State standards for science from preschool all the way up into high school, and what the state expects from children and how we can help prepare kids to learn about it in school. And then the third session that I'm very excited about is being taught by my daughter's karate sensei, Mr. Jared Webb, and he is going to be teaching a self-defense class. But this self-defense class is going to be tailored for when you have children with you. I know how to defend myself when I'm alone. It's something that I'm pretty confident at. But one of the things that I often wonder is, what would I do if someone approached me while I was pushing a stroller? Or when my back is turned and I'm buckling a child into the car, because my focus isn't really what's going on around me. It's focused on buckling that kid in properly, and they're wiggling around, and I'm trying to tighten the straps, and I'm like, sit still, scooch back. So my back is turned to the parking lot. I'm not completely focused on what's going on around me. So if someone came up and grabbed me from behind, I was like, what do I do? So he's going to be teaching us different moves, different holds that we can do, different ways that we can protect ourselves and the children with us.
Okay. He sounds like my husband, because my husband's always, watch where you're going, pay attention, look around. He was an Army Ranger, and he works in security. So it's every time I leave the house, okay, do this, do that. I have a list of things coming from him of what to do. But I appreciate that, because it has made me more aware of what's going on around me. And I would love to take that class. Like you said, I know self-defense for myself, but when you have kids, that's totally different.
It's completely different. Yeah.
You're right. Your focus is on them and not on who's coming at me.
Exactly. And and I hate to be one of those people that say, oh, you have to know that because there are a lot of bad people, but things happen. Things happen, and I would rather have the information and know what to do in a situation like that than get myself into a situation like that and have no idea what to do. Yep. So Jared Webb is a first-degree black belt, and he's absolutely wonderful. He's one of my favorite people. So I'm really excited that he agreed to do this for me and work with us.
Yay! And I'm so glad that you are bringing the the New York nannies, or that section of New York. I'm glad you're bringing all those nannies together. One of my nanny kids / godchild, because they adopted him and he adopted us, and they adopted us and we adopted him as our godchild when he was 2, and now he's 8. They live in Rochester, and they had a nanny until he started school. So yeah, it's so important that the smaller communities, that we come together, because I don't want anyone to feel like I felt, because I was isolated for like 17 years. And if you see a nanny at the park, you're like, oh, there's a nanny. And you get all excited, and then they don't like you.
I've experienced that a time or two. And I have a lot of nanny friends online, and they're wonderful, and I love them. But there's something about having a nanny friend in person that you can talk to, that you can see. There's just something really special about that. So I'm hoping very, very much that the nanny community in Central and Western New York can come together and provide nannies with that.
Yes. Thank you so much, Sarah, for sharing with us. And thank you for taking over for Jess. And I know she has done a wonderful job with it, and I appreciate you carrying the torch.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, Miss Kate, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I guess I should have warned you first, huh? She's like,
We're all like, who's next?
I love your dog. He's so cute.
Oh, I had a
Or she. Is it he or she?
There's 2.
Oh, look at them. They're so cute. Okay. All right.
They're not coming to training. Don't get excited. We're really excited. There's 2 training days in the Chicagoland area. One is downtown, and one is in the western suburbs, which is where I'm located and where I also work. So we have a very large nanny community in the suburbs. And as most can imagine that live in large metropolitan areas, traffic is a beast to get downtown. So while it's better on weekends, it's always nice to have things kind of in your local area where it's just, a 10, 15-minute drive, and there you are. So we're really excited that there's 2 events happening, and kind of gives a place for everyone to go. Our event is short. we are running a half day program. We start at 8, there's 3 workshops, end at noon. Everyone can enjoy their Saturday. And we're really excited about the workshops. Our first presenter is Donna Shannon with Personal Touch Career Services.
Yeah.
So she's coming in. She's coming in from Denver.
I know everybody.
We're super excited. She is actually running a small resume workshop for training day, focused on how we need to adapt our resume as millennials become parents. And I think it's so interesting, and I cannot wait for it. Not only is she doing a little workshop, but because our training day is so short, she is running a resume intensive from 1 to 5 p.m. immediately after. So we'll run until noon. Everyone can go downstairs, have network, have a cocktail if they want, have some food. And then following that, she's going to run, another half day program all about resume.
Wow.
So
I love her. I love her.
Too.
She was on Ask the Nanny with 2 other ladies talking about resume writing. And man, I was sitting here taking notes. I was like, I thought my resume was on point, but I see I'm missing some things. So yeah, I love her. So who else do you have in your lineup?
We have a gal presenting on high sensitivities and sensory processing disorder. As it becomes more prevalent that people want to quickly say, oh, we need extra help here, extra help there. It's really about identifying what sensitivities may happen.
Is her name Melissa?
It is not. Melissa Schwartz was
I was going to say, because she's coming on Ask the Nanny next week. That's why I was asking.
Fantastic. She is fantastic. A lot of her programming really gave me the idea to put this into our INNTD, simply because it's just so necessary. Every time I turn on the blender at work, one of my charges is like, and it's a sensitivity. So learning about how to work with not only the children, but the parents and the community on really understanding children's different needs. And then our final one is STEM. We're going to have science, technology in there, and it's more geared toward the 0 to 5. They'll hit a little bit on 5 and older, but I really wanted them to help us focus on those early years, how you can transition them to be really interested in those studies in school. So we're very excited. And because it's a half day program, our tickets are pretty inexpensive. We're at $39, and that's our all-in registration. So we feel it's really affordable, and you get a continental breakfast and there's prizes. So
yay. Okay, so is the workshop afterwards with Donna, is that extra?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So
it is live, but I will post it. I'll post it in the thread on Facebook after, but yeah.
Yay. I'm so excited. Y'all make me want to come to all of these. Like, I can only be in one place at a time. But thank you so much, Kate, for sharing with us and for being patient to, because everybody wants to talk. Thank you so much for sharing with us. And next, we're going to go to you.
You're coming to Chicago?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm going to Minneapolis.
Okay.
I'm going to be with Melissa. I'm going to be with Melissa this year. So
perfect.
But I want to come to Chicago. Oh, I am coming to Chicago. Where's my brain?
That's what I was saying.
Yes, I'm coming to Chicago. Yes. Ask the Nanny is coming to Chicago for the personal development retreat. Yes, I'm coming to Chicago. Okay, I need some sleep.
I'm like, great, go to Minnesota.
Yeah, but no, I'm coming to Chicago. Closest I'm going to get to Minnesota. Well, I'm going to Minnesota, but for the retreat, the closest I'll be is in Boston. So, but
well, we'll see you in Chicago. When are you coming?
All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. All right, Miss Melissa.
Yay! Hello.
Hi,
how are you? I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
Super excited to be on here. So yes, you kind of spilled the beans that you're going to be here in Minnesota.
I'm sorry. Was I not supposed to do that?
Oh, I've been sharing away. So we're so excited that you're coming here. So our event, this is our 4th year hosting here in the Twin Cities in Minnesota. And we have a whole group of nannies that plans this event. There's about 10 of us on the committee. So I just somehow got to be the lucky one that got to be the face tonight. But there's a whole team of us behind me that are running this event. So we're really excited to be hosting for the 4th time. This year we are in Plymouth at the Plymouth Covenant Church. Our event goes from 8:15 to 4 in the afternoon. And our day is going to start with a little bit of networking, light snacks, tea, coffee, water, that type of thing.
Coffee.
Coffee, lots of coffee. We've learned that nannies love coffee. And so we have all of that, and then we're going to do an opening session that is provided by Emily Harvey. And so she will do an interactive session that's going to be focused on self-care. So it'll have a self-care theme, and it'll get everybody kind of engaging and interacting with each other and just pumped up for the day. And then from there, Miss Angela Johnson, Ask the Nanny,
In my jazz hands.
is going to do a nanny mini portfolio presentation. So we're really excited about that and the value of having a portfolio and kind of best practices on how to use that in our professional nanny world. So we're very excited for that. Then we do some lunch and networking and door prizes. We have lots and lots of door prizes to give out. And from there, we are hearing from Kelly Smith, who is a professional nanny here. She is the planned nanny on Instagram and Facebook, and she will be
Kelly.
She's awesome. She'll be doing the value of curriculum planning and teach us some about having a nanny curriculum and implementing that in the nanny world. So excited for that. And then after that, Miss Angela Johnson comes back and is doing Ask the Nanny Twin Cities style live. So we're yay. So everybody, I think, will get to see that, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you'll be doing that live on your page. So we'll have her do that and get to ask her some questions, and that'll be a really good interactive session as well. So that ends our day. However, this year we added on, we're getting the materials from Homework Solutions, the nanny basics from them to talk about the business side of being a nanny. And Becky Kavanaugh will present that presentation, but we'll have all of the materials, and it's not any extra fee. It's just an add-on for those nannies who feel like they need it, which I think everybody can learn something from that presentation. But we also have a huge community of very well-seasoned nannies here who feel like they maybe don't need all of those pieces. So it's just an add-on to our day for those who want that. So we're really excited about our day, and we've had really good numbers for registration so far, and we just urge everybody to also keep registering early, because if you wait till last minute, there might not be spaces available. So please
hurry.
Register now while you can still get in, because like Angela expressed, once we're at capacity, that's it. We can't, of course, stretch that. So that our registration is open until April 5th, but I would not wait until April 5th. I would register now.
True. This is true. Because my first one, I was on the deadline. I was like, oh, I got to get in there. So, yeah. And I think it was like maybe 3 or 4 tickets left. And I just happened to get one. I was like, yes. So, because I didn't know anything about INNTD. And I just found out, and I was just like, it changed my life. Ooh, I can't stress that enough. It will change your life.
It will.
If you let it, it will change your life. I promise you.
Especially if you're not already plugged into the community. It's such a great way to learn and get connected with actual live people. It's so great. It will change your life.
Yes, it will. Thank you, Melissa. I can't wait to see you.
Yes, it'll be awesome. Thank
Awesome
you.
sauce.
Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, Miss Wells.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, we are really, really excited about our training day this year. We are able to, in Phoenix, we're able to have 2 this year. So we'll have one in the Scottsdale area. And then there's a small passionate group of career nannies, which are down in Chandler. So about 45 to an hour away from each other. And so we're putting on the other training day. So it's really exciting that we're big enough that we can have 2 training days in similar cities.
And not try to cram everybody and if somebody misses out on a ticket.
Yeah, no, like, because we're able to expand it and we're able to help out and that kind of stuff. So we're really excited that we have enough nannies here that we can fulfill and fit all of the needs of all of the nannies. So we're really excited about that. Our lineup this year, and then I'm really excited to announce that we have her name is Kathy Rowe, and she is the owner of Music Together here in Phoenix, which is like there's a bunch of Music Togethers across the country, but she owns Music Together here in Phoenix, and so she's going to be giving a class about what's beyond Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and Wheels on the Bus and Old MacDonald's, and why those songs and rhythm and singing and music is really important for brain development.
Yes, I love music therapy with my babies.
Yes, so we're really excited to have her. And then we have our Chandler police officer who is a special victims unit officer and whatnot. And he's going to come in and give a class on self-defense with us and our kids. And the whole reason why it's a huge deal here in Phoenix right now is because we have a lot of sex trafficking and kidnapping. And so, like, you really do have, you just have to be on your toes here in Phoenix. Like, you have to be watching what's going on. You have to be watching your kids. And so we thought it would be a really good idea to have somebody come in who would give us, like, the insight of, what to look for, how to get yourself out of sticky situations, how to react. Very similar to also as Melissa, it was Melissa, right?
Sarah,
as what Sarah said about, I'm not paying attention because I'm always buckling a kid into a car seat or something. So how do I protect myself and my kid, especially if I have a stroller? And multiple kids too. I'm a nanny of twins. And so I'm always sitting here going, how do I? So we're excited about that. And then I am actually a CPST. And so I'm going to be doing a car seat class. But the twist on it is that I'm only going to give about 15 minutes in the classroom. And then I'm taking everybody out to the cars. And I'm having them do hands-on because there's only so much I can throw at you that you will understand, and you really need to get your hands on those car seats.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm a hands-on learner. If I can get my hands on it, you can show me, I'll remember it better if I do it.
Yeah.
Instead of you telling me and like, what did she say to do next?
Right.
Did I put this in here right? If I can see it and put my hands on it and do it myself and say, someone tell me, okay, no, you need to tighten that up, or no, you need to loosen that up, or this needs to be on this side, or that needs to be on that side. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes.
Because people don't know what an inch to pull feels like. When you say 1 inch side to side, forward and back at the belt path, that doesn't always click to everybody. And also the other question, and the reason that we're doing it is because in my nanny chat that I'm a part of, probably once or twice a week, maybe sometimes I get asked a car seat question of, hey, does this fit with this? Hey, does this work? And so while I can't certify anybody because it is a full-blown 40-hour class,
Yes,
I can give you enough knowledge that you feel comfortable and confident. And the other thing that we're giving away, which I'm really excited about, is that there is a law, depending on your state, that says whoever is the last person to handle the car seat is responsible for it. And so
that's why I let the parents put the car seats in the car.
Right. But here's the problem. I'm a CPST. And so I can install that seat 20 times better than my bosses do. And my bosses will sit there and literally say, love it. No, you do it. Like, you're better at it. So I have a contract that was written up by a lawyer that releases me from that liability.
Yes, you
So
need that.
that my bosses, so if something were to go wrong, even though they're installed in my car, I'm not held liable for it. And so we're putting that in for our, yeah, that's one of our, not giveaways, but it's in like their packet so that nannies get it. So we're really excited about that one.
Yes, yes.
And then our final speaker, which we just announced today, her name is Dr.
Drum roll,
Cherish.
please.
What? Yeah, drum roll.
Drum
We're
roll,
so
please.
her name is Dr. Cherish D'Olivier. I can't say her last name. It's a little bit of a tongue tie. D'Oliveira. And we talked to her because we were noticing that a lot of our kids are maturing at faster rates. So we've got kids who are struggling with anxiety and depression and big kid problems. And we're like, you're 8 years old. You should not be stressing about these things. And so she's going to come in and talk with us about helping our kids overcome these things and how we can recognize the signs and work through them and give practical tips to our parents. Because a lot of times our parents are like, oh, they'll be over it. And it's like, no, we need to work on this.
It's just a phase. They'll get over it.
Right.
No.
Right.
Back in the day, it was just a phase. Now it's a real issue and a real problem because social media and everything else that the kids run into, it's a totally different age, and we need to be paying attention.
Yep.
Because kids who have these anxieties and have this depression, they feel like I can't go on, I might as well just end it. Those are the kids that we need to reach out and grab.
Yeah.
And love on them and let them know you are loved, you are okay, and figure out a solution to their problem, not just say, oh, it's a phase, it will go over it, and we end up with a hurt child.
Right. And that's exactly one of my colleagues, one of my girlfriends, she has a little boy that she's nannying, and she's like, you're 10 years old. Why do you have such anxiety about these things? And that's when she was like, I didn't even recognize that this is what was going on. And so that's why we felt like it was important. And I notice it with my 4-year-old little girl. And I started doing things with her when she was 2 that everybody in the family was like, how did you know to do that? Like, she would freak out when mom would leave. And so we would have to have these like intellectual conversations with her. And then there were things that I would have to do as well. And the family was like, how did you know to do that? And I was like, I don't know, I just did. But getting a little bit more information from Dr. Oliveira, it's just been really insightful for that. So
yes. As a nanny, you have instincts.
Yeah.
Because you care for a child and you have instincts, and you may not know the technical terms for it or why you did it. You just know this felt right and it works, and I'm gonna do it. When I went to Tanya's class, the NCS class, I knew what I was doing. I just didn't have the formal terminology. I can tell you, yes, I did that because it works. I've done it before, it works. But now I can tell you, this is the terminology. You can look it up because, like you said, the millennials, they are techies.
Yes.
They will Google everything, Dr. Google.
Yes.
They will Dr. Google everything. And if you give them a terminology that they can look up, and they're like, oh yeah, now I understand. Now I get it. So yeah.
Yeah. And then we are really excited because we're about halfway sold out right now. So if any nannies in Arizona are looking for a place to go, we will tell you to go to either one. I mean, seriously, go to the training day that best fits your needs. That is so important that you go get the training that you need. But we are halfway sold out. So if our lineup looks good, go get your tickets and come on over. Yeah. And then we are really excited because we are able to raffle off Laura Brawley's Nanny University. The class that we're raffling off is, where did it just go?
Anything Laura Brawley is worth it.
Right? Connection-centered discipline. And this is a $300 class. And she's also giving us the certificate to go along with it. So, and one of our nannies is currently taking this class, and she's like, "This is the best thing I've ever done." So it's, if I understand correctly, it's Laura's insight on positive discipline. Because from what I've figured out over my years is that you either love one way of disciplining or you love another way, and there's not a right or wrong way to do it. There's just
Right.
anyways.
I have a mixture of everything kind of thrown in, and it
Yeah.
just depends on the situation as to what type of discipline that is needed.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and it depends on the child, because some children, all you have to do is say, "No, we need to let's move this way." I'll
Right.
redirect them, and they
Right.
get it. Some kids, you have to physically let's redirect you over this way,
Yep.
and so it just depends on the child as to what type of discipline. All of be it positive,
Right.
it still depends on the child as to what extra words you need to say to get them to convince them, because especially 3-year-olds, why? But why? But why? And the little 4-year-old negotiators. But see, I need to do this because. So yeah, you
Yeah.
have to deal with all of that and get past all of that with them to get them to do what you want them to do.
Well, and there has been a time that love and logic worked really well with one of my little boys that I had, and it would not fly with my current little guy. Like he'd be like, no. And so what I'm finding is that for each family that I've worked with, which is why having all of this different training has been so good for me, because I'm like, oh, you don't respond to this, well, you'll respond to this. Okay, you didn't respond to this, well, here's another one. And so
Now backups against backups and backup and backups.
I got
Okay.
this.
I got this. I got about 10 more. So let's
Right.
just keep rolling until we find one that works.
We'll keep going until we find something. So anyways, yeah, we are really excited about it, and we are excited that we have we filled all of our sponsor spots, which we never thought we would. We pulled this together in about when the group of us as career nannies sat down at a play date, we pulled this together in literally 2 weeks. And we have
But you
been
can
flying.
do what you put your mind to it.
Well, and I was joking with my committee today. I was like, so what are we going to do after training day? Because this is like a third job. And they were all like, I don't know what we're going to do. We'll start planning next year.
Well,
But anyways.
technically you do. Honestly, the day of, it was the evening of INNTD last year that I was asked to come to Minnesota this year. So yeah, start planning for next year. Seriously, they had I guess they had a wrap up meeting, and my name was thrown in the hat. And that night around 9 o'clock, I got this message: "We want you to come." And I'm like, seriously? Really? Yeah, I'm all over that. So yeah,
I like it.
Start planning for next year so that you can make sure that the people that you want can be in place and nobody else snatches them up.
Yes. No, we will keep that in mind. We're very lucky that all of our speakers this year are local, and which we also thought was important, because the nanny community is still growing here. We have about 5 big named agencies, but we're still growing. And just like I feel like any market is that we are constantly having to stand up for ourselves and tell families, no, you can't do that. But I feel like we're growing so that we can do that. So we're excited.
Yes. Well, congratulations on your new role as an organizer for INNTD. We are nannies and we can do whatever we want to. We are super nannies and we can put it together. We can pull it together. And if you have the inkling to educate yourself and educate other nannies, you can do it.
Yeah, that's what we're finding.
You can. You can come up with something. It may not be what everybody else is expecting, but you can come up with something. You can get it done. So, congratulations. And
Thanks,
I'm
Angela.
hoping that I'm not hoping. I know it's going to go well.
Oh, thanks.
We're going to speak over that now. Words have power. It's going to go well.
It's going to go great.
It's going to go great. Now, Thank you, thank you, thank you. And
Thank
have fun at
you.
INNTD.
Thanks.
All right, Miss Crystal, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. I'm so glad you made it.
Yes. Just came out of Bible study, and I was like, let me park my car so I can get on the call. So I'm super excited to be here.
Yay, yay, yay. So tell us about your INNTD. Where is it going to be located and all that good stuff?
Awesome. So the first thing is that I'm not going to be the only person that's going to be hosting this year in Atlanta. Your Happiness and Elite Metro Nannies, me, we will be collaborating together to have one event in Atlanta this year. So yay! Definitely collaboration has been my theme for 2020. Instead of trying to do everything by myself or one agency, Atlanta is huge with tons of nannies and tons of caregivers, newborn care specialists. And so we want to make sure that we have everybody in the same room to make sure that everybody has the same information. So when they approached me this year, I was super excited to make it happen. We are in the beginning stages because we are bringing two organizations together. We are in the beginning stages of solidifying our speakers, but we do have one speaker that will be coming out, actually two so far. Our event is at Garden Hill Recreation Center. That's in Buckhead, so everybody in Atlanta knows exactly where Buckhead is.
Used to be a nanny in Buckhead.
Yay! So you know,
Yes.
we got to get you to the area, Angela. We got to get you back
I
to
was
Atlanta.
there last year. I came
know,
to Atlanta, but you were out of town when I was there.
Yeah, that was my family vacation week, but I'm hoping to get you back so that we can have some more events with Ask the Nanny, because the nannies that did attend loved it. So we will have an off-site talk about that, bring you back. But I'm super excited to host it in Buckhead. Everybody knows where Buckhead is, so it's centrally located, and it will be accessible via bus line as well for the nannies that do not drive. But as of right now, we have solidified two topics. We have somebody come in and talk about nanny taxes. That has been a big thing this year with nannies. Yeah, just not knowing. So just educating the nannies. We have a payroll service coming in to talk about that. And, of course, we'll have our resources from our national sponsor. But we want to make sure that all the nannies in Georgia, and especially the Atlanta area, knows how to handle nanny taxes and how to approach families when they have questions about nanny taxes as well, and where to direct them to. So we will have that in place, and also we will have a speaker from the We Dream in Black National Domestic Workers Alliance come to the event as well. That's one of the, I just got accepted into a board position for NDWA, so I'm super excited.
Congratulations!
Yes, thank you. It was part of my mission to make sure that every nanny, especially the ones in the Atlanta area, know about NDWA because they have so many great things that they're fighting for on our behalf. And I want to make sure that not only do nannies know about that information, but they also can join as members as well. It's only $5 a month. Yes, Angela, I love it. Yes, so we
I told you I'm in 300. You weren't on here when I told them I was in 300 groups. Well, I also am a member of several organizations. If it's going to better our community, I want to be a part of it.
Yes, I love it. Somebody actually mentioned your name in a room that I was in when we were in Vegas. So I definitely, we got to get you super involved. Angela, I don't know what it is, but the guy got something else for you. And I'm just waiting to see for him to pull back those layers and reveal it to you. But
you are speaking confirmation over what is on my dream board.
Yes, you know I love a good vision board.
That's what is on my board. I wrote it. I realized that my current board was, it was a 5-year plan, and I had like 3 things left, and I had 20 things listed, and I had like 3 things left. I said, okay, it's time to create a vision, because these 3 things is not going to push you as if something else, you need more things to be pushing you and more things to come into fruition. So that's what and that's why I'm rebranding. That's why
Yes.
Ask the Nanny is doing retreats this year, which is there's a lot going on. I'll put it like that. Anyway,
Yes.
back to INTD.
Yes, I'm super excited. Just to make sure that everybody knows about NEWA, and so we will be incorporating that at International Nanny Training Day in Atlanta, and of course we'll have other speakers. Our event is from 9 to 3 p.m. And we will be having lunch available. That's going to be included in the ticket price this year. Last year we had it separate, but I like to make sure that everybody eats. Because that didn't work last time. So this year we're going to be catering Mo's taco bar. So everybody that's a vegetarian that also eats meat as well, there'll be options for you. So we're just really super excited. We are at the very beginning stages of making sure that we're bringing both of our agencies together. So as the weeks come and as we get closer, everything will be solidified. But I tell everybody, please follow Your Happiness on Facebook and Instagram, and also Elite Metro Nannies on Facebook and Instagram to get the most up-to-date information.
Good, good, good. I'm so glad you made it. And because I used to be a nanny in Atlanta, and I moved there in 2008, and yeah, I moved to Atlanta in 2008, and I moved to Florida in 2010. So I was a nanny there for about 2 years, a set of twins, girl-boy twins, and I keep in contact. I'm friends with their mom and dad on Facebook, so I get to see them. They're 11 years old now.
Oh,
yes. So it's just to see them just grow up, and I'm like, they're tall and skinny, and they're. I used to go running with them. I can't run anymore. My knees won't let me. I used to put them in the stroller and go running with them at Piedmont Park.
Yes.
And now they are the girl boy twins, the boy twin. He runs marathons.
Oh wow.
And I'd like to think that I had something to do with that. Because I was running with them first. They got the love of running from me. Because they used to rock in the stroller when I would slow down. They were like, come on. And I'm like, okay, my legs are giving out. And they wouldn't stop rocking until I started running. So yeah, I like to think I had something to do with that. But it is so important to, if you all are not connected with an INNTD, if it's not one in your area, I think Adventure Nannies is going to do one online. Sue has posted the excuse me. Sue has posted in the comments the link for all the events that's happening for INNTD. So if you go to nannypalooza.com and click on the little the 3 little lines, that menu bar, and a drop down menu, and you'll see NNTD. You can click that on, and you can have a list of all the areas. I'm traveling to go to Minnesota, so wherever you are, if you can travel, make a self-care weekend out of it. Leave Friday night. If it's 2 or 3 hours away, leave Friday night. Make a self-care weekend out of it. Weekend with the girlfriends. Hello. Just saying. It is so much, to me, I get more out of being present. Being online, I'm distracted. And I know y'all can tell me, because that's why I talk with my hands so much, so I can stay focused. But I love it. But if you can't go to one live, go to the one online. Adventure Nannies is heading up the one online. But go to INNTD. Support the nanny community. Support your local nannies. Go out and meet nannies. I found an accountability partner when I went to my first one, and we are still friends. We are more than friends. We are sisters. So, and we have collaborated in several things. We went to a labor of love that because she's a newborn care specialist now and I'm a newborn care specialist, we worked together at a booth last year at a labor of love for pregnant women and families, and we had a ball. So these small, as somebody told me, that's too small. That's not a conference. Well, guess what? All those small conferences, the INNTD, you meet the best people and find your tribe there. It's one thing to have people online, but to be in person and have someone in person to talk to and someone to call, because, and I'm gonna have a ask the nanny about this, because there's a lot of bullying going on, and I don't like it at all. And someone comes and asks a genuine question, and all of a sudden one person comes in and goes left, and well, that's left anyway, they go left and everybody jumps on the bandwagon instead of saying, giving constructive criticism, having help, give help to the give a solution instead of adding to the problem. So just saying, find your tribe. Yes. Thank you, Crystal. I don't want you staying in the parking lot too long.
I know the police actually just walked up, just make sure I was okay. So I'm good.
Okay, well then tell the policeman I'm going to be on my merry way now.
Right. All right. Thank you again, Angela, for the opportunity.
Thank you.
And love everything that you're doing. So keep pushing forward.
I am pushing. I'm pushing hard. You hear me? Hard.
Yes. All right. See you later.
All right. Thank you all for joining us tonight. And thank you for to all the organizers, those who were on Ask the Nanny and those who are not on Ask the Nanny tonight. Please find your local INNTD on nannypalooza.com, or you can contact one of the organizers. They're going to put their links in the comments so that you can find them. If you're in one of those cities, you can find them and talk to them about what they're doing. And I am sure that they will welcome you with open arms. Next week, we're going to have Melissa Schwartz that's coming on and talking to us about man, I just lost my train of thought. Melissa Schwartz is going to come talk to us about the highly sensitive child. A lot of times the highly sensitive child is misdiagnosed as having sensory disorders. And so she's going to come and talk to us and give us some tips and some advice about working and how to recognize and how to talk to parents, because we are not, I repeat, we are not doctors. So we cannot diagnose any child. You can say to the parent, I've noticed these behaviors, I've noticed this, and have them checked out by asking them to take them to the pediatrician or to an occupational therapist or whoever they need to see in order to deal with what they're going through. Again, we as nannies are not doctors, so we cannot diagnose children. We can take observation notes and hand them over to the parents, but what we cannot do is tell the parents, well, your child has this and your child has that, and you need to do this and you need to do that. No, that is not our job. Our job is to protect that child. And in protecting that child, we do observations and we take it to the parents. And it's up to the parents. I know it hurts when you say something and you feel like you're being ignored by the parents, but sometimes parents are in denial. And it takes a while for them to get to the place where you are, because you've been a nanny for a long time. They've been a parent for a short time. So you have to be patient with them and just keep writing and keep writing and keep writing and write your observations. So when they do finally go and get help, the doctor or therapist or whoever will know this has been going on for a while, and this is the change. You can show the changes in the child's behavior, the changes, what you have noticed and what you observe, to help that child and help that therapist know where to start. That you can do. And that's a big part of getting that child help. So next week, Melissa Schwartz will be here, and hopefully her mom will be here too. But I know for sure she will be here. So we will see you all next week. And just an FYI, hopefully by Saturday, I will have the sign-up list and the information out on the retreats, the Ask the Nanny retreats. I just solidified the wonderful resort areas, retreat areas today for the first 2 retreats, and tomorrow I'll finish the rest. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I can't even wait to share with you all. So just stay tuned, and I will be announcing it soon. And thank you all. Have a wonderful evening. And if you missed tonight's broadcast, if you came in and jumped in at the last minute, it will be on my Facebook page and it will be on YouTube. So if you miss it here and it gets bogged down into all the everything that I post on Facebook, you can always go to YouTube, pull it up, Ask the Nanny, Road to INNTD. And if you missed it, on the 16th at 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm doing an international Road to INNTD. We're having someone from Perth, Australia, and we're having someone from Amsterdam, and we're having someone from the UK, and someone from Canada. So be sure to tune in and find out what's going on in other parts of the world in INNTD. And I will talk to you all a little later.